from downtown Minneapolis, a look at beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, a good look in store this afternoon. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Evan McPherson getting this one started. Off we go from U.S. Bank Stadium. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by their quarterback, number 2 overall pick going back to 2016, the veteran Carson Wentz.
While he may not be the MVP candidate he was just a few years back, there is no question he is someone who still has all the tools to be a successful NFL quarterback. Let's not forget, he was one of the highest paid players in the entire league at one point. Now, it's clear, those days are obviously in the rearview mirror, but there's no denying he's a great option, and he's going to get his shot here today. Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way, and it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it. And boy, did they ever.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now Wentz. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, and out of the University of Washington, here's Jake Browning.
And when it comes to Jake Browning's game, Mike, I don't think there's anything that just jumps off the screen at you. It's not a real flashy style, but truth be told, I don't really think that's a bad thing. He knows this offense like the back of his hand, and as long as he does his part, I think this offense has a chance to play winning football with him leading the way.
That's complete. It's Yoshiba. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. So a big one there to start the drive. 41 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal. Throwing, Browning. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that second down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
Third and goal. Back to throw, Browning. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Vikings nothing.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense ready to see the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. To throw, Wentz. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson.
It's now 2nd
and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing is Wentz. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
Here's Ryan Wright now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter. And this might keep the drive alive.
Automatic 1st down.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. play action. He'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. B.J. Hill in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Wentz. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
A big
yards.
play for Minnesota.
That's good.
31 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
He'll find his tight end, Josh Oliver. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Minnesota.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On the ground is Mason. Looking to move away from the tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there.
You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And the Vikings will have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
That's good for a Vikings first down.
I think if that rush would have failed, Mike, I think they would have had an interesting decision to make come 4th down, but that's all out the window now. Nice pickup, sets up 1st and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
From all the way back at the 14 now. 2nd down and goal. Here's Wentz. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. And now 3rd and goal coming up.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. Jalen Naylor was the intended receiver that time. And it'll be 4th and goal coming up.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
A 31-yard attempt.
Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings are on the board. It's 7-3.
Vikings 3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Will
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. It's back out now to kick this one away. Charlie Jones now to return. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Bengals offense ready to take over for their second possession. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. For Brown. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
To throw, it's Browning. Defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. A little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line. So a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Mason. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
To throw, here's Wentz. Oh, a loose football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Back is Wentz. Thrown left side. The catch is made. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you
Oh, the snap, a poor one, and it's blocked. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. big play for the special teams unit, Greg. They get the block and the score. A big swing that starts with getting to the kicker.
Yeah, exactly right, Mike. And anytime you draw up a successful punt block rush, it starts with identifying the breakdown of the protection unit. In this case, they found that weak link. They were able to exploit it. It leads not only to the block, but to the touchdown.
McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Bengals extend their advantage to 14-3.
Vikings 3.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. And here's Mason. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. Second down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll motion over Thielen. He'll drop to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Back to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
On comes the punter now. And remember, the last time they tried this, he had it blocked. Now, fair catch taken, and they're going to have great starting field position just shy of midfield. The Bengals offense ready to take over possession of the football. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Browning now. Short one here to Hudson. They're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
One quarter in the books. It's the Bengals on top. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. It's Bengals football here to begin the second quarter. They have it, 2nd and 4 coming up. Here's Browning. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That is caught. Finding Higgins. Call it a gain of 13. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
And a Bengal first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he will score! Andre Yosibov. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
On is McPherson for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Bengals move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Vikings 3.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to take over once again. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Play action. He'll set up to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. The NFL sack leader from a year ago, Trey Hendrickson, in there for the sack. Loss of 10 yards to start this drive. They'll look to throw. secured by the veteran, Adam Thielen. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. So they'll have to pick it up on third down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
It's a pickup of 12. It'll be a Vikings first down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. The ball comes out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out, or it certainly needs to be protected.
Now, faking the give. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Third down and long.
For whatever reason, when the ball was in the air, Mike, it seemed to me like he was almost having a little trouble tracking it. I'm not sure if that's what allowed the defender to catch back up, but ultimately it was the contact at the catch point that causes the incomplete, and now he's going to bring up 3rd and real long.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time.
In a 4th down.
And it's going to lead to 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, you're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense is going to get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The tight end fan in motion. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. The big defensive tackle, Javon Hargrave, brings that one to an end.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Browning finding room at midfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
A 28-yard
pick up there of 28 yards.
Cincinnati.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Heelage forward for maybe a yard. Eric Wilson
brought down
on the
tackle.
42-yard
line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Browning gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
25-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
He'll look to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
They do a really nice job of taking everything away initially, but you have to keep the quarterback in the pocket, especially if you're playing man coverage. You simply can't ask your coverage unit to match up and cover that long.
Throwing, Browning. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Jonathan Bernard in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's Brown. And this defense trying to stiff it. He gets back to the line, and that is it. 3rd and goal coming up.
So on second down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you had any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and long. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
4th down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. This from 30 yards out. McPherson's kick is good, and the Bengals will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. Price now to return it. Yeah! He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Now Wentz, a throw left side, taken in by Fielder. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. 11 yards on the pass there. First down, Minnesota.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
I think here offensively, they got to go in at halftime and regroup. The play caller, the offensive line coach, the quarterback, they got to make sure they're on the same page. It just doesn't seem like they're all communicating the pass protection assignments the right way, because he continues to end up on his back.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
Third down and 17.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Wentz. Now, screen set up from Mason.
This is a great example here, Mike, of just the value and the importance teams place on first and second down. Teams call them early downs, where it's not just live and die by third down anymore. Those days are kind of over. You have to stay ahead of the change. You have to stay efficient on first and second down. If not, you end up in third and a mile, and even after that nice pickup, still brings up fourth down.
On the return is Jones. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Bengals offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll run here with Brown. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. High pace up from his linebacker spot to make the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 32-yard line.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Minneapolis. After this, second down, 8 yards to go. Back to throw, Browning. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. Talk things over before third down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Chase Brown.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Here's Ryan Rico now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. Throwing is Wentz. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
We're not even at halftime yet, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has completely taken over the game. It's just sack after sack after sack. This is going to be a long day for this offensive group if the O-line doesn't figure something out here in a hurry.
To throw, Wentz. Escaping to his left. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up third down.
Brings up third.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Third and long. To throw, here's Wentz. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it.
So anytime you're playing with two high safeties and then man coverage underneath, all the defenders are going to be inside, underneath leverage. So all those out-breaking routes, they're going to be there, and they're able to take advantage of it.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. The Bengals offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and a yard. To throw, it's Browning. He'll step up and run this. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
First down.
Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Now Brown. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's a Cincinnati first down. So now the Bengals use their 3rd and final timeout. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. He'll find Gesicki over the middle. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They get 21 on that one. And the Bengals going to have a first down. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Throw here to begin the drop. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Brown. Room up the sideline at the 45. Down the sideline to the 20. And he will score. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
McPherson now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bengals will extend this third quarter lead.
Vikings 3.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Price now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Back is Wentz. Throw on the run is complete. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Here's Wentz. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
It's a 10-yard
This guy's like a man amongst boys right now out here, Mike, and you just don't see these sort of dominant performances on the NFL level very often. I mean, whether they got to double team him or keep sliding the protection to him, I don't care what they got to do. Someone has to block this guy because he's completely destroying the entire game.
To throw. incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going for the air.
He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. And how about that? Third and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll look to throw. A short one taken by Hopkinson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. A first down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contained rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
Can't believe I paid for this. What you shopping? Seriously, tell me what to play. Hey, what's the sneeze? What's the sneeze?
They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's going to be forced out of bounds. Still plenty of work to do. 3rd and long coming up.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 12.
And that is incomplete.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim, so there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. Not the best of snaps, and this one is blocked.
Yeah, it just felt like that one was out of rhythm from the start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder, and the long snapper to be able to all work in unison. And it just seemed that half-second delay getting into the motion gave the defense all it needed to get through and block that kick.
The Bengals offense ready for this next possession. Drive will start on the ground. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Now, faking the give. He'll swing this one out to Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Tight end on the move left. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
In trouble, and down he goes.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
The Bengals ready to punt this one away. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to come back out for this next possession. A handoff as they try to run it here. They'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
That's good for a Vikings.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Short pass caught by Oliver. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
The gun is a run up the gut. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And And he's going to be stopped well short of the marker. That one never had a chance. They turn it over on downs. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. They'll try the right side this time. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They'll set up the screen to Brown. This one could be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Throwing now on third and long. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it's going to be fourth down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
The Vikings offense and their running back set to go once more. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
They give this to Jefferson on the jet sweep. He'll get to the edge, but unsuccessful to stop there for no gain.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and there's not going to be a lot of game. Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Now Wentz. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points, but really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field.
At the 44-yard line.
Gesicki, the man in motion. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and a couple. Fourth quarter gets underway, and it's a run by Brown. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
It's a loss of a yard.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Browning. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
A 54-yard attempt.
And they blocked the kick. He gets free. Inside the 20. And they are into the end zone for the first time today. Touchdown, Minnesota. Greg, those are the momentum swings that get you. One team is looking to add 3. Instead, the other team adds 6, thanks to the ability to block the kick.
Yeah, and in this case, Mike, the players are constantly reminded by the coaches, you never know. Just keep rushing, keep rushing. You could rush 100 times, but if you do it full speed, the 101st, you stick your hand up. That's the one where it's next with the ball. In this case, that's exactly what happens. Scoop, score, change the game.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. He'll take it at the 12. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. Here's Browning. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
You saw the guard take a pass set, Mike. He's hoping that defensive tackle just races up the field trying to sack the quarterback, and then you just hand the ball off to your back on a draw. In this case, the defensive tackle does a great job going from pass to run, and he's able to take the back down for a loss.
Third down, they need 5. Throwing, Browning. That is caught. Finding Higgins. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain gain of 6.
It's a gain
Good
of
conversion
6.
on third down.
And the Bengals first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
To the ground, a first down run. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 10 yards. It's a Cincinnati first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
He was brought down by Javon Hargrave. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 41-yard line.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up third.
It's a great example of just the range that this linebacker has to be able to not only react quick enough to realize that running back was a threat to the flat, but to be able to have the speed to get there and bring him down for no gain.
Now Browning. This one deep downfield for Chase. And this is going to be incomplete. And it's great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Nice rep here by the defense. They go man coverage, takes away all the threats downfield, and with nothing open, he has no choice but just kind of throw a contested ball, hope for the best, and just falls incomplete.
The Bengals out and ready to punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And a pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's first and 10. Throwing is Wentz. It's right side and corralled by Fielder. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Open man, right side. He's got it. It's a gain of 12 there. It'll be a Vikings first down.
That's good for a Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
He's got his man, Jefferson. Goes brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw, here's Wentz. Time for the deep shot, looking for Thielen. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up fourth down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to pick up the Vikings first down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14
yards. That's good for a Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
That's just a big-time play by this quarterback on fourth down. You can see he starts first look covered. Then he goes through his progression. There's nowhere to go with the ball. He can't throw it away, can't take a sack. He quickly decides to turn into a runner, use his legs to pick up the first down, and they're still alive.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
I think the defense came in confident that they'd be able to get after the quarterback, right, Mike? When we met with them this week, they felt like they had a really good plan, some exotic looks, some different pressure packages, and it's worked to perfection. I'm not sure they thought they'd be 1 sack away from breaking the NFL record for the most sacks in a single game, but here we are.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's Hawkinson in motion. Wentz. The second down throw is incomplete.
It's clear whenever they were trying to set up, it was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
3rd and long. That is Wentz. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, it is not very often where I am at a loss for words. You know that by working with me. But let's just set this stage. They just allowed a modern NFL record 13 sacks in one game. I mean, to say this is absurd would be a dramatic understatement, and I hate to say it, but performances like this, people lose their jobs.
And this is not going to do the trick. Not even close to where they needed to be. Turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Bengals offense getting set to get back to work. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the RPO, it's a throw, and it's Higgins. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 6. To throw, it's Browning. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
I'll tell you one thing, Mike. This pass rush certainly isn't the reason why they're losing this game right now. I mean, they have made their presence felt all throughout this game, and they're about a half second away from adding another sack to their total.
Browning now. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. 13 yards on that pass play, and the Bengals going to have a first down.
First down, Bengals.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
A carry here for Brown. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll stick with him again. He's got space inside the 25. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. They get 22 yards there. It's a Cincinnati first down.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Here's Brown. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Loss of a yard.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
Back to throw, Browning. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
On is McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bengals will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Evan McPherson.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25.
The Vikings offense ready to take over once more. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll motion over Thielen. On the ground is Mason. And showing a little versatility as he takes this one forward up to the 34. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Here we go. One final play. And will be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.